Well, how do you think? We just didn't know but toss and turn all night trying to get our head round it.
He was as guilty as sin. All you had to do was look at him. You could see it on his face. What's wrong with him?
Well, it's British justice for you. Ain't worth a crumb.
Well, it's worth a lot less than that, if you ask me.
Do you want a cuppa?
What I want, Leanne, is to see Jez quickly rot in jail.
Yeah, well, we all do.
I mean, where the hell did they get that jury from, eh? Were they blind, deaf, or just stupid?
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if Jez had got to him.
No, he can't have done that.
Why not? All it takes is a couple of Jez's mates following him home from court. All they had to do was lean on him a bit.
I don't know, I don't see it. I mean, well, Quigley's a nasty piece of work, all right, but he ain't flaming mafia.
Don't forget, I know him, and I know what he's capable of.
It's got to be a nightmare for Natalie.
I've got my own nightmares to deal with. I think someone at Swinton Shop's been dividing the takings between the till and their pocket.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm going round there late this morning to see if I can find out what's going on. Look, you're going to have to be on your own, and if you don't mind, can you lock up the shop after me as well, please?
You go and do what you have to, Dev. But please remember, shopkeeping may be in my blood, but slavery isn't.
Yeah, you're not a slave. Come on. You know, I'd never think of you like that.
Nevertheless, only remember, I agreed to come here to help you in the shop. It would be nice if sometimes you were here as well.
Yeah, well, I know, but it's the business, it's the other shops. I'm having to keep an eye on everything, and now someone's robbing me in Swinton.
Am I arguing? All I'm saying is get some help.
All right. I'm sorry, OK? I'll put a sign in the window. We satisfied?
Today,
how are your flowers, Rita?
Flowers?
You know, your bouquet.
Oh, blooming.
Oh, I rather expected some more to arrive today if Anthony's really sorry.
Did you? Well, it's a good job he's now to apologise to you for, isn't it? Otherwise, you'd be disappointed, wouldn't you? Hello, Emily.
Good morning. Oh, excuse me, I just... just wanted 2 more of those.
All right, OK. Well, you know how much.
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
We had a chance to talk to Anthony yet. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean to pry.
No, I know you don't. Well, yes, I did phone him, but I just got the answering machine.
Well, you did leave a message, didn't you?
Yes, I asked him to call me. I think he might have been with his wife.
I'm sure he'll call you back. Bye.
Bye, Emily.
It just seems so obvious that he was guilty.
Yeah, there was, maybe, but I don't know, maybe it's different when you're hearing things across a courtroom. Maybe they just didn't trust Lee Sankey.
Maybe they didn't trust Steve MacDonald. 8,000 quid he owed Quigley. Why the hell did he never say anything about that before?
Maybe he was too busy concentrating on the 10 grand you were going to give him.
He was going to do pretty nicely out of all of this, wasn't he?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Well, not anymore, he isn't.
Who's there?
It's the big bad wolf, will you let me in?
Right.
Oh, I take it you're not working today, then?
Doesn't look like it now.
Don't tell me you're hiding from him, are you?
Of course I'm hiding from him. I'm a lot better up here with that door locked than out in a cab.
Look, Stephen, if you were that scared of the man, why in the name of God did you go and borrow 8 grand off me?
I didn't borrow 8 grand off him. He landed it on me. Jez is the last person in the world who want to borrow money off.
Yes, well, you must admit it didn't exactly help your evidence now, son, did it?
Don't you think I know that? But I'll tell you this, me paying him back is the last thing on Jez's mind right now. The only paying back to be done will be done by him.
Oh, Stephen, catch yourself on, will you, son?
Dad, the guy is a killer. Doesn't matter what the court says. Even if I do pay him his money back, he's still going to want my blood, isn't he?
Look, Stephen, the police know all about him. He's hardly going to come wandering around here looking for you, is he?
Dad, he doesn't care about the police. The guy is a psycho.
Well, what are you planning to do with the rest of your life, eh? You going to sit up here all day and night, hiding?
Well, I've got 2 choices. I can either stay up here with that door locked, or I can get myself away as far as possible.
As long as you don't give the job to someone else with pilfering fingers.
Don't worry, darling. For you, only an assistant of the finest lineage. I'm talking about a sultan of shopkeepers, OK? Let's just hope we find one quickly, though, because I'm going to be busy next week.
More so than usual?
Yeah, I've got to do some paperwork, check out mortgage rates.
Oh, moving, are we? tired of being on top of the job all the time?
Well, let's just say I found somewhere a little more me.
A little more expensive, you mean? Or more likely, very expensive.
Which is why I don't want anyone stealing any money from me, so I shall see you later. Okay? Okay?
20, 30, 32. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Rita,
Norris.
this is a little delicate, and I hope you won't mind me raising the matter, but you'll take it in the spirit with which it's intended, in that I am your friend.
Oh, dear, it's not my new top, is it?
Oh, no, you are exquisitely turned out, as always.
Oh, well, thank goodness for that.
No, it's more to do with the company you're keeping. Now, Rita, please forgive me, but when you were talking to Mrs. Bishop earlier, I couldn't help overhearing.
Over eavesdropping, you mean?
Well, I can't help it if I'm concerned about you. I mean, you are a lady of high moral principles, someone I regard with a certain admiration, and, well, yes, to be frank, it rather undermines what I've come to expect of you, Rita, consorting with a married man like this.
Well, thank you for your concern, Norris. But for your information, I am not consorting with a married man. We are friends. That's all. So there's no chance of any tears. And even if there were, I can look after myself.
Hey, I don't know what you lot think you're playing.
You what?
Letting a scumbag like Quigley off the hook.
It's like the police, Les. Once it goes to court, it's out of our hands. It's up to jury.
Is it? Well, it's plain to see whose side they're on. If that's the justice system, you can keep it.
And what would you prefer? Vigilantes banging on doors at midnight, handing out justice with a shotgun or an iron bar?
They'd have got the job done a lot better than those 12 stuffed monkeys yesterday. Talk about hear no evil, see no evil. If those Burks had have had the devil himself in the dock, they'd have let him off.
You gotta be joking. It's supposed to be our wedding, not a flaming factory outing.
Exactly. Our wedding. My wedding. And I want my friends there.
Yes, I know.
Mike, you're going to have your friends from the golf club there. Mine work at the factory.
Linda, it's an historic country house. Inviting that lot would be like letting half a Twycross Zoo loose at Buckingham Palace.
They'll behave themselves. Besides, I want to show them I've got style.
Right. Same again.
The whole thing's a mockery.
It's the same again, love.
Surely someone could come up with something else, more evidence.
What, like a retrial? Is that possible?
No, I'm afraid it isn't.
But why not? This is a miscarriage of justice.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you hear about it all the time in the news, where people are put away wrongly.
Yeah, and then somebody comes up with new evidence and they're let off, like what happened to Deirdre.
Yes, but unfortunately it doesn't work both ways. Just as the defendant is innocent till proven guilty, once proven innocent by the court, he can never be tried for that same crime again.
No matter what new evidence there might have.
Even if Quigley took out an ad in the Weatherfield Gazette and admitted murdering Tony, I'm afraid he could never be tried for that crime again.
Well, that's ridiculous.
I know.
I see. So running away, that's your answer, Stephen, is it?
Dad, I'm not being proud. I'm flipping scared.
Well, where are you going to go, by the way, when you go running away?
I don't know, somewhere far away.
I don't know, somewhere far away. Well, that's a lot of good, that is. That's just sticking out. Well, I hope you're going to consider letting me know just exactly where it is you're running away to whenever you've made your mind up.
No, because I don't think it's a good idea.
Oh, well, that's great, that is. You don't trust me now, is that the crap?
No, I just think it's better for you. Jez can be pretty persuasive if he thinks he has to be.
Oh, brilliant. Dead on. Good old Jez. Well, you know what happens now? I lose another son. That's what happens.
I have got to do this. Jez is going to find me. I know he is.
Stephen, don't you realise if you have convinced yourself of that, you're going to spend the rest of your life running? Looking over your shoulder, do you understand that?
Well, at least I'll be able to. I may have to look over my shoulder if I'm dead.
Oh, behave yourself. Look, Stephen, if you run away from Jez Quigley, not only are you running away from him, you're running away from your whole life, son. Do you understand that?
Well, there's not much of that left, is there?
Oh, catch yourself on. What are you talking about? You own a taxi firm? You own a building company? God knows what you might be doing in a few years' time.
I won't have a few years if Jez catches up with me, will I?
Well, what about us? You and I have become a father and a son like normal fathers and sons. We haven't been like that for years.
Well, I'm sorry.
Look, when you stood up to Jez Quigley, that took courage. You had courage. Well, come on. Grab some of it now.
But I wasn't being brave. I thought he was going to go down. If I thought any of this was going to happen, I wouldn't have even bothered opening my mouth.
All right, OK, fine, forget it. Forget all the courage rubbish. Forget it. Will you do it for me? You understand? Do it for me. I don't want to lose you, okay?
Thank you. Good afternoon. Can I help you?
Actually, I was looking for Rita.
I'm not really quite sure where she is at the moment.
It's all right, Norris. I'm here. Anthony.
I got your message.
Oh, good.
And I came straight away.
Oh, thank you. I'd like to talk.
So would I. I've got a lot to say.
Look, come up to the flat.
Rita, you haven't forgotten it'll be my lunch break soon.
Then shut the shop.
You know, it's going to be strange not having Deirdre at the wedding, especially as you're having the flaming Battersby's knocking back me champagne.
So what you're saying? You want to invite her? Not after the way she crossed you, Mike.
Oh, no, it's not that. It's just that we're going through the list. It really brings it home to you when a friend stabbed you in the back, that's all.
Tell you what, I'll send her a piece of wedding cake, laced with rat poison.
That's all I need. Another reason for Barlow to stick the knife in. Talking about people missing from the wedding list, I mean, there's still no mention of your family.
Told you, I'm not having them there. None of them.
Can't be that bad, can they? You make them sound like the Addams family.
Just leave it, will you, Mike?
So, look, like I said, I can't talk any sense into them. We'll call it down. You can disappear then. How's that?
Oh, sure, I need a pint anyway.
2 pints, please, Natalie.
You've got some nerve showing your face in here.
Natalie, come on, do us a favour, will you?
What kind of a stunt did you think you were pulling, Steve? Borrowing 8 grand off Jez Quigley?
That had nothing to do with why Jez got off.
Then why didn't the jury believe a word you said? Thanks to you, Tony's killer's walking free. Well, I hope you can live with that.
Well, maybe I won't have to. Because in case you've forgotten, Natalie, it was me that grassed him up in the first place. And if you must know, with Jez walking the flipping street, I'm scared to death.
2 pints, please.
Well, I'm glad you wanted to see me again, Rita. I probably made something of a pig's ear of explaining things to you last time.
No, you didn't. Just never really gave you much of a chance.
Well, it's not an easy situation to understand.
Or to live with, I should imagine.
No. To be brutally honest, life with Isabel was never an easy situation, even when she was herself. We had our good times. And our bad.
Well, it's the good times you should remember.
I do. I mean, it's all I have left to cling to, but when I visit her, there's very little of Isabel left. I mean, the good side, or the not so good.
Do you visit her often?
Yes, regularly. I don't know why. I mean, sometimes you've no idea who I am. You know, I sit there and I think, why did it happen to her? I mean, she was such a determined woman. She was very strong and opinionated. Well, I know they're not the most endearing qualities, but rather that than what she is today.
Is Jano with you?
No, he stopped off at shop, you know, on his way back. Been to pictures. We've had a lovely time, haven't we, Tommy?
Yeah, can we go again tomorrow?
What, to pictures? You'll have eyes as square as a football pitch.
Vera, you've got a visitor.
Oh. Come on, Tommy. Hello, Vera.
Oh. Hey, Grandma.
Hello, Tommy. So what's brought you out of woodwork?
I've come to pick up Tommy. Thanks for looking after him, but he's coming back with me now.
Natalie. Look, you're upset. God knows you've got the right to be upset. But I think you're a bit out of order putting all this blame on Stephen, you know?
Am I? Well, he's the one that kept news of this loan up his sleeve.
He's dead scared. He's thinking of leaving the country. I don't want to lose my son.
Well, I've already lost mine, Jim. And in my book, it's as much Steve's fault as the jury that this man responsible for all of this is still walking free.
Yeah, you're right. He should have told the prosecution, OK, about the 8 grand, but he didn't. Don't think he feels any less upset by all this. I mean, you're dead angry. Fair play. He's in fear of his life.
She just took him upstairs to the flat and told me to lock the shop up if I was going for my lunch.
Well, it sounds as if they're making up. Good.
Good? I fail to see the good in this. And this is a married man. Now, what good can come of that?
For goodness sake, they're friends, Norris. Can't a man and a woman have a friendly relationship without someone degrading it by vicious tittle-tattle?
I can assure you that is the last thing I want. I am concerned purely about Rita's best interests.
Then try not to be so narrow-minded.
Yeah, Natalie's absolutely right about this business. It's crazy that Quigley, or anybody else for that matter, can't be tried a second time for a crime they may have committed.
Double jeopardy, they call it.
Heap of nonsense, I call it.
Well, I think it's worth writing about in my next column.
Oh, reckon it'll shake the halls of Thole Bailey, do you? A few lines in Weatherfield Gazette.
It's what a free press is for, to highlight injustice and the pitfalls of the system.
Well, have you considered the possibility that there were no injustice? That the system's working perfectly? What if this Quigley character were innocent?
What? Are you out of your mind?
No, but were he or were he not tried by a jury of 12 good men and true, as has been the way in this land for hundreds of years? You didn't complain when they put away Yorkshire Ripper or the Moors murderers, did you? So why suspect it now's all I'm saying.
Oh, just shut up.
Hello. What are you doing here?
I just wanted you to know that I'm as angry as you are about the verdict.
I doubt it. It's your job. He was my son.
That's true. But my job's important to me. I don't like to see scum like Quigley getting something to smile about in court.
So what happened then? How did he get off?
I wish I knew. All I can tell you is we'll be watching Quigley from now on. I don't enjoy dirt like him making a monkey out of me. Next time he steps as much as an inch out of line, I'll have him. And I'll make sure it sticks.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
I'm afraid it's the best I can do. Don't worry. With blokes like Quigley, it won't be long before he makes a bum move.
Good luck then.
See what I brought for you? You can play with it on the way back up to Blackpool.
So is everything sorted out between you and Jeff, then?
For Jeff? There's nothing to sort out with him. I did all that the day I walked out.
So our Tommy's not going back to you and Jeff, then?
Not while there's marrow in my bones, he isn't. No, Carl and me are going to look after him. Now, Pet, why don't you go and get packed? But thanks ever so for taking care of him.
Yeah, but look, we don't know this Carl, do we? And the lad's not even met him.
Carl and me are in love. I wouldn't love anybody who'd be bad for Tommy.
Tyrone, will you take our Tommy to see Pups, love?
Yeah? Come on, Tommy, come on.
No, he hasn't really got time, Vera. I want to get off up to Blackpool. The motorway can be a pain on Saturday.
But Jeff left Tommy with us.
I know. Useless, isn't he? Couldn't even look after the boy in his own for a few days.
'Cause he were worried. Worried about you and your fancy man.
Well, there was no need. I'm perfectly happy. I'm happier than I have been with Jeff in a very long time, and Tommy will be happy too.
Well, I'm sorry, Doreen, but our Tommy's going nowhere with you till I've had a word with Jeff.
You don't need to go down that road. Don't even think about it.
Your dad tells me you're thinking of leaving Weatherfield.
I'm not thinking, I'm going.
Because of Jez?
Because I stuck my neck out for you and I'd quite like to keep it in one piece. What did Reynolds say?
I think he just wanted to say he was sorry that Quigley got off.
Well, amen to that.
Maybe. And you're right. If you hadn't spoken to the police in the first place, then they might never have hauled Quigley in.
Well, that's no good to me when I'm lying in my box, is it?
Stephen, how many times do I have to tell you? Quigley is not buck stupid. He's not going to come around here looking for you.
Jim's right. Quigley's evil, but he's not stupid. And Reynolds said they were going to keep an eye on him, so he puts one step out of line, they're going to be down on him like a ton of bricks.
Well, that's just... The guy's walking around trying to kill me.
You're not listening to me, Steve. Quigley knows that he's been lucky. He's going to guess the police are watching. He's not going to risk it.
You see? She's right.
Quigley has already murdered Tony and destroyed God knows how many lives with his drugs. Don't let him destroy yours.
Right, then I'll stay. For now.
It sounds like it's going to cost a bomb. But, well, I suppose all your weddings live in posh ones, though, won't they, Mr. Baldwin? I'm going to get another drink in. Do you want one? No, I'm all right.
Make one a large one, will you?
Right.
You've known Linda a long time, haven't you?
Since school, yeah.
And you know her folks?
Well, I met them, of course.
Well, she won't invite them to the wedding. In fact, she won't even talk about it.
The moment I bring the subject up, down comes the shutter. I don't understand.
Listen, Mr. Baldwin. Mike.
Mr. Baldwin will do.
Right. Well, if you think Janice Battersby and her old man are trouble, then you can't even imagine Linda's lot. If it weren't the kids in and out of care, then it'd be her dad in and out of the nick. I mean, they really messed up her chances when she was at school. She doesn't want to give them that chance for the rest of her life, so if she doesn't want to talk about it, just do her a favour. Don't make her.
Well, I better be going. I haven't been in the shop all morning, and my assistant will be going up the wall.
Well, I dare say it's the same with Norris, but with him, it's a way of life.
Well, I'm glad we talked.
Well, I'm grateful you gave me the opportunity to understand.
Are you? It's a very difficult situation to understand or to come to terms with. I mean, death you can accept in time. I mean, you grieve and time helps. But I can't grieve for Isabel, and time only makes it worse for her.
Well, I wish I knew what to say, Anthony, but I don't.
Oh, don't worry, it's part of my life now. It's like getting up in the morning and going into the shop. But despite what I said about Isabel being difficult, well, I miss her, and I miss her even more when I see her. Well, that's when I really feel lonely.
Well, I hope this afternoon's helped a little.
It has. You've helped. You've made life more bearable.
Well, what do they say? What are friends for?
Are we still friends?
Well, of course, if that's what you want.
What I want more than anything.
So, what did he say? Well, he said Tommy's got to stay with us, and we've not got to let you anywhere near him. You can't do that. I'm his legal guardian. Well, so is Jeff. Look, I'm sorry, Doreen. Like heck, you're sorry. I want my grandson. Oh, no, you don't.
No, get
He's
out of my
stopping here
way.
with us.
The flaming hell's going on here?
Tell her, Jack. She only wants to take our Tommy to go live with her and that fancy man.
Oh, no, he's not. No, he ain't going nowhere. Now, you, out, on your way.
You haven't heard the end of this.
Right.